In your website, you have a saying there that says, making complex ideas simple to understand. And I love it. And you've done a phenomenal job of that in our conference. And maybe we can touch on some of those topics, but also what other topics that you've distilled over the years?
Well, one that I think is really interesting to the swine industry is the concept of the intransigent minority and how new ideas enter a society, right? Because we kind of have this perception that the way culture is built is just by the middle of society, by the average Jane and Joe, right? And that kind of when their tastes and their preferences change, they change slowly over time, and that's just the way things go. But if you go and look around at the literature about how big cultural shifts happen, like the way we eat food or the things we'll drink, basically any major change in our culture, it happens not as a result of the people in the middle, but instead it happens by the people on the poles. Now, the people on the poles that say, I believe something completely different than the people in the middle. I believe something, for example, they might say, I'm a vegan. I think we should not eat animals at all. Their entrenched position, of which they won't come off of, there's no negotiating with somebody. You don't become like half a vegan. You're either are or you aren't, right? And so they push their idea, and the people in the middle will say, well, you know what, maybe we should just give them a little bit of what they want because they're really loud. And if we were really loud about something, we would want this thing and then we could be negotiated with. So maybe you say, well, then we're going to have a meatless Monday. So then that moves you one step closer towards that pole. And it's all kinds of ideas like that. It's not the mass that moves culture. It's the group of people that comes and complains and will not be negotiated with, that a man named Nassim Taleb refers to as the intransigent minority. And I think ag faces that on all sides.